Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the City of Doors, Sigil Confidential. Welcome back.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Sorry we're running a little bit behind schedule, but DM prerogative. You know how hard it is to comb the nits out of a foo dog?
Oh, Lord, I don't want to think about it.
I trimmed my beard for this tonight. I hope everybody out there in Twitch land notices and throws money at us so we can get those Twitch millions, right? Twitch millions?
Yep.
We're
getting there.
Yep.
So those of you at home may not realize this, but we actually have a long-term goal here at Homebrew Roleplay. And that long-term goal is to get our Twitch millions, buy a large castle with a bouncy castle with hoses attached to it in the back. And we're going to start a gamer cult. Where all we do is play video games, and then instead of showering, we just go bounce around on the bouncy castle with the hoses.
Like God intended.
Like God intended, that's right. So the more you donate to our cause, the sooner we can make this fantasy a reality. That being said, I know last session was a little crazy. I had another interaction with everybody's favorite antag, the angler.
It was a lot. And I've got a nice session summary if you would like one.
I would always like that. So without much further ado, take it away, Ghost.
The entirety of the terrified crew were being edged further into the Elder Brain's chamber. After some toying and condescending remarks, it soon became clear that the Elder Brain was making a run for godhood. And the only obstacle in its way was a being that many in the crew were all too familiar with, the Angler. Being a direct link to the Angler, the Elder Brain wanted either the crew or almond milk, and Jimmy was not about to hand over anyone in the crew. As they were discussing who and how they were going to retrieve almond milk, the Alhoon passed behind everyone, and neither the Elder Brain nor any of its cohorts could sense him, despite how he was making no efforts to conceal himself. Nil offered themselves to the Elder Brain to allow it to perceive the undead foe through them. When Nil, now under the Elder Brain's control, was looking directly at the Alhoon, terror set into their powerful foes. The four ellipted bodyguards of the Elder Brain took it and its chamber down into hiding, and the Beholder went chasing after something in the darkness. Free from the grasp of tentacles and mind control, the crew were free to leave the sewers. As they were leaving, they saw the Beholder try to run, bleeding from both corners of its main eye, missing a large chunk of its body, and looking legitimately terrified, before an invisible force pulled it back into the darkness. Clearly, this was quite the force to be reckoned with, and the crew didn't want to stick around to find out what it was. They returned to the agency battered, bruised, and utterly exhausted. Jimmy left with Draken to go inform the Harmonium of what's happening, seeing if they could prevent people from going down into the sewers below. The Azamar in charge of HR looked right barmy and condescendingly told Jimmy they'd handle things from there. Upon returning to the agency, everyone enjoyed a hot meal and got a full rest in. They made their way to Master and Nil's apartment after waking. They didn't want to, but the classic adage, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, rang true. Jimmy attempted to contact the Angler through almond milk. He did succeed, and the Angler of course already knew of everything that was going on. He offered to take care of the God Brain problem if Jimmy handed over Nil, Kasey, and a then absent Ghost to him, but Jimmy refused to do this, as their lives were not his to gamble with. The Angler then departed with one final piece of advice for him. Watch whose money you pick up. And that is where our session begins.
Thank you. That was very good. Very good, as always.
Very good, very good. Jimmy's more, you know, iffy about the angler. The enemy of my enemy might be my ally, but it's not like he's getting invited to the next barbecue, you know?
You know, an angler at the barbecue might be just the thing you need.
If he was the normal kind, maybe. Nothing wrong with grilled cod, but he's angling for secrets, and those don't cook up so nice.
He's angling for something. So, here we are, still at the Maison de Nil and the Master. Yes, we did establish it's a house.
'Tis a house.
Yeah, and I do want to mention one thing.
Mhm.
Last session, whenever the ghost kind of poofed away before everyone walked off, I did that with the assumption that we had not taken our long rest yet, which Church informed me that we did. So she would have left back to go to her own case after the meal was finished, and she would have rested there. So for this current day in which in which the crew is over at Master and Nil's house, getting pally with the angler. She has not seen the crew this day in particular.
Okay. Yeah, we did talk about that. And that's no problem. I don't mind retconning that a bit. That's all good.
Yeah, I'm just informing the folks at home.
Yeah. So, picking up, we are still at the house. Sorry, Master. Where do we go from here? My fine feathered flibbos.
These are the questions. You know, we have a couple of leads, one freshly established by the angler, but who really knows what that guy wants?
Fair
Though
point.
if I remember, I did roll an insight, and a fairly good one at that, and it seemed perfectly honest with the statement.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, he hasn't lied to you.
Oh no, he's not the lying type, he's the conniving type.
Accurate, not gonna lie. Damn, they're on to me.
But with that in mind, we're all sitting around looking at a donkey.
Only in D&D, ladies and gentlemen.
Riveting, I assure you.
Only in D&D do these moments happen. So, almond milk is once again just a doe-eyed mule.
Jimmy's kicked back in the kitchen sort of dining room chair that he borrowed to sit in front of almond milk. I would really hate to not get paid for this job.
I have a feeling the rest of them would feel the same.
Yeah.
I don't actually know if I'm getting paid. I just kind of showed up.
Ah, Draken, you know you always get paid. Well, I say always. It has been reasonably suggested that we might have to look at the governors, so I'll leave that one up in the air for now.
Also, I think Draken's employment status is up in the air too.
Well,
Don't worry, you've inherited your previous character's pay.
I don't think Draken never actually filled out his employment paperwork.
No, that's entirely possible. You know, you were noted down as like executive vice president of Fireballs, but you never actually signed.
I'd like to think Jimmy's given Draken it like 4 times. Every time Draken just smiles and walks away with it.
Yeah, I'll get that later. And Jimmy's never going to remember. He doesn't like the paperwork either.
Oh my god, that Churchimus guy just subscribed for 7 months in a row.
Oh, wow. Such dedication to the cause.
I know. Jeez, he must have no life.
Lines up with something like our very first stream. Suspicious.
Suspicious.
It's a bot.
Must be a
Gotta be
bot. He's obviously not real.
All right, so we have the cohort apart from Ghost sitting around. Jimmy's gonna continue kicking back. He's rubbing his temple. He's going, your skins are in this as much as mine, so I'm not gonna just make a unilateral on you here. Avenues of inquiry. Chase down a giant floating brain again. I don't really like that one. Take the angler up on its deal. I don't really like that one either. Follow through with the earlier lead we got with all the damn Modrons running around. And look into higher-ups, maybe with the governors. I can't say I like that one. Just all out of the good options. What do you think?
Can I, if you want to, you don't have to, but anybody who wants to right now, there is another option. I'll let you insight check just because it's sitting out there. Nobody's mentioned it.
Reasonable.
I'm not saying it's a good option, but it's an option.
Well, as we've just discovered, there are no good options remaining here.
Wow, look at that.
Jeez.
Double 22s.
Master
We're
and
stuck
Mill
on 22s. Perfect.
big brain in it tonight.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody else want to? Or we just let them have it?
I feel like it's sufficient, but I'll roll, you know.
Alright.
No.
Okay. We get some high rolls in this game.
You keep having us do social stuff, and we kind of built these characters as social skill monkeys.
It's true.
Beautiful.
It's true. Well, the three of you, and it's right on the tip of your tongue. You're not even sure if you want to say it, but you all three of you are kind of thinking the same thing. Like there's two other big players in this game. There's the Marut and his crew, who are still in Sigil somewhere, and the lady, who has taken an active interest.
One of those Jimmy is not daring to suggest. He was barely able to name drop her in order to save everybody's hide. Or try to, at least.
The lady.
Adabus, though.
They are extensions of the lady's will, out of character.
This is true. Just saying, it's another option. Not necessarily a good one, but it's there.
We'll say that there are canon reasons Jimmy was hesitant to say these aloud. One kills everybody, and another one might just kill him.
Man, who can talk to Adabus?
I'm sure we could find somebody. You know, we could have a chat. Don't know how much a persuasion score is going to help you against a brick wall, but...
I believe a tongues spell will still work with Adabus. I believe. So... everybody's awful quiet in the house there. You can tell everyone's still reeling.
The moment is settling
Yeah.
upon us. If we're going to be thinking, we got to be thinking back at the office. Get a report from that urchin I set to watch the warehouse.
Alright. So are we headed back?
Yeah, I think it's probably time to head back. I don't know if Master Miss and Nil are going to be up to anything in their crib before we leave.
All right. Well, we'll give them the option when they get back from their BRB.
To have retroactively done something.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that.
But, yeah, we got a messenger that could arrive at any moment with critical news, so best be sitting around there.
Yeah. So I will bring us back to the office.
Mm-hmm.
When you arrive, Pohan is chilling by the fire, munching on a large piece of what appears to be platinum. Probably painful to watch, but, you know, it's his thing.
Hey, if you got the teeth for it, go ahead.
Well, yeah, try and take it from him.
Pohan, any messengers?
Well, no.
No? Good, good.
No. I mean, I called for delivery. Did you want anything?
Nah, you know me.
I put this on your tab. I hope you don't mind.
If that sinks the Enterprise, it won't be the main thing.
So,
Alright.
you guys are gathered. Master Miss is back. Master Miss, was there anything you needed to retroactively do before you left the apartment and came back to the office? Or are you coming back to the office even? You don't have to.
I'm coming back, both of me.
Okay.
We had to return because there's an urchin who's keeping a watch on that warehouse. Critical news could arrive at any time.
Alright.
Yeah.
Honestly, the further I can get away from this donkey, the better.
The better. Beautiful.
Yay!
So,
If we really want to laugh in the face of death, metaphorically, literally in my case, the inevitable's probably still around.
it's an option.
Yeah, that one was proposed in character to the crew.
So I was going to say, as you are in the office here, sitting around, we're going to say Kasey's taking a nap for ease. You hear the sounds of stomping on the stairs below. And you hear a familiar voice. I know! No, I know, stop! Look, I get it. Okay, I'm gonna talk to him right now. Just get off my back, God! Doom, 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 doom. You hear him coming up the stairs.
Okay.
You hear a knock at the office door, just kind of tap, 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 tap.
I'll open it up. It's best not keep your landlord outside when he's cutting you a deal like this.
He steps in. Jimmy! Oh. You have guests. You always... Are these people living here?
No. We just came back from their house, as a matter of fact. Now, this is the work day, so what's up?
What about him? He points at Draken.
A friend just arrived back in town.
Hey, hi again. Nice to see you. How's your book? And he pantomimes opening a book. How's your book?
I'm
Thumbs up.
yeah,
Good.
sure.
All right. It was good seeing you again.
He's not gonna start any fires, is he?
I'm not gonna start any fires. I can hear you because I'm right here too. And I
Yeah.
promise I'm not gonna burn anything on purpose unless I have to.
He kind of tucks his
And that's
book.
about the best you're gonna get out of me. Sorry.
He tucks his book in his jacket. His book he's always carrying. So, look, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're getting into, but My friend is very concerned because she says that she knows who you're dealing with, and she's afraid that it's going to bring down something very serious on us. What's going on, Jimmy?
Zil, come have a seat. I'll explain.
I'm good. I don't like it here. You people are terrible.
You know,
You can't.
it's kind of fair. Right. In that case, I'll summarize. The explanation's a little too long. We are definitely in the shit. Doing our level best to get back out of it, but it's kind of slow going. You got any hot tips for us to pass along? Certainly would be of help. But in the meantime, business just gonna go as fast as business does. There's always a few risks, just like there's always a few risks renting business space down here in the Hive.
You know, there was a nice human family that wanted to rent this before you. Like, just
Really?
this sweet little couple. They had 3 kids, and I turned them down because I thought, you know, hey, let's have a business here. They'll obviously pay their rent on time. Kind of glares at you. They obviously won't carve big holes in the floor. He glares at you again.
Replace that hole.
They obviously won't bring greater powers down on our heads. No. Do you know how much trouble you caused me, Jimmy? Do you know how much I get yelled at because of you?
You know, that last one's fair, but just think about that stove. That's your stove now.
It talks, Jimmy.
The best kind.
The stove
best kind.
talks, Jimmy. It talks to me. That's not right. I already got things that... He kind of grabs the book at his side, closes his eyes, and... I'm good with talking right now. I don't need more. Look, the talking stove is fine. Okay, I'm sure it's fine. And you did patch the hole, which is why I didn't kick you out. But I need you to understand that this angler, I think his name is. Why are you shushing
Yes, but
me?
I wouldn't say it out loud.
What? No, look. If he shows up here, I'm not letting him in. I don't care who you're friends with. My friend says that he's bad news, and you're all up in cahoots with him. And this is somehow a breach of our lease agreement. I'm sure of it.
Zil, if he shows up here and you can keep him out, please do.
If I see one more exploded foo dog in here, and yes, I'm looking at you, Pohan, one more, you're out.
You heard the man, Pohan. Don't explode.
Wait. I missed that. When did Pohan explode?
Fortunately, he did not. It's a long story. Gotta fill you in after this, actually.
Normally explosion involved me. Not here.
Not here.
I didn't make
Not
the
here.
hole in the floor. I didn't do that this time. Still, didn't do it.
Just
Okay.
no more insides on the outside. No more anglers coming through the door, whatever that means. No more holes in the floor. And so help me, if you bring another Modron into my apartment, we're gonna have words. I don't like those little creepy eyeball boxes. So,
Have there been any rounds since the last one you saw me with?
yes, have you not seen them?
No.
Every day there's like 2 that stand across the street.
Now, Zil, I pat him on the shoulder just once. I think I can solve one of those problems for you right away.
You're not gonna murder somebody, are you, Jimmy?
No. No, I am not.
Because I don't need that kind of attention. We already live in the hive.
We do.
So
I can't honestly say I'm a respectable businessman right now. But I'm a businessman.
You said you were a respectable businessman when I leased the place to you.
I was. But people have this habit of not respecting me.
Fine, just rent's due in a week.
Of course, of course.
All right. All right. I'm gonna leave you people to it.
Yeah. Business gotta get done. Otherwise, how are you gonna get your rent?
He turns around and stomps down the stairs. You can kind of hear him muttering to himself as he goes, "Yeah, no, I told him. I did. Look, I'm not going to get mean. It's just, I still got to get paid, blah, 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 blah," as he goes down, just steady going.
I swear, she's bad for his blood pressure.
You tried dating a library.
That would go so poorly. Change of plans, everybody. We might have tempo on our side for a moment. And he goes to the window that looks out across the street. It has been shot through many times, so he approaches it cautiously.
All right.
I would like to make a surreptitious perception check. We have surveyed the opposite-facing buildings so many times.
Yeah, you kind of know what
for
it looks
people
like
who
out
can
there.
spy on us. We know the spots. It's just like, okay, are they up at the chimney? No. Are they at the gargoyle? No. All right. But yeah, I would like to check for them.
Okay. Let's see that fabulous bean footage there. What you got?
It's acceptable.
That's probably a little more than acceptable. That's a 27. We roll high, ladies and gentlemen. We roll high.
You roll high as long as you don't ask us to roll damage.
Yeah. Except in combat, we roll high. So, yeah, looking out, you see them. They're sitting on top of the building across the way. Little feet kind of dangling over the ledge. Statuesque, just completely still. It's probably why nobody really noticed them, because they look like two cubes sitting on top of a building. Just staring at you. Like you're noticing them, they're noticing you, but they're not blinking.
Jimmy just peers through, spots that they're looking at him, keeps the gaze a moment longer, and then steps back into the room. Draken,
Yes?
we need one. Don't know if we need two. We need one.
Wait, you want me to take this one alive?
Yeah, that's the tricky bit. What do you propose?
Give me a, I might be able to make it into something else.
Does it survive that?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Do you need us to get over there on foot? You know, make our way up the other opposite building?
Well, but how far away is it? Church.
Across the street.
Within 60 feet? Within...
Yeah,
Alright.
that won't be a problem.
Alright. Let me... someone would need to go and get it if this worked.
You know, I'll get in position first. Come on, we got
All right.
we got some prowess here in the sneakery department.
A little. Party's primarily made up of rogues.
Yeah, Master, you feeling all right? Up to a little breaking and entering?
Sometimes I wonder why you even ask me these questions.
I know it's good. It's refreshing exercise. Yeah, let's get to it.
Am I up to breaking and entering? I don't know. Am I? Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. See at my
All right.
capacity for breaking and entering. Let's see if today is actually with me.
That's a good question. You've been having an off couple of days. Jimmy's just a little careful, making sure you're feeling your best.
Probably best to know if I can't sneak before we leave the building. Okay.
I got a plan A and plan B.
The correct character. Get the correct character sheet. Toggle the advantage. And then roll. That's a 21.
It'll do.
Yes.
So you
Draken, we're gonna get up on the roof behind them.
Alright.
We'll signal you with the mirror from a little ways away from them. Then, you do your thing, we'll move in.
All right.
Alright.
Okay.
Just for
I get
fun.
Plan A, they're gonna become a sloth.
That's pretty good.
Plan B, they don't become a sloth, but something else is going to happen. Plan C, I'm just gonna blast one of them. Let you guys handle the other. So, hopefully A or B will work.
Okay. So,
Okay.
just Jimmy and Master for this one, I think. This is a stealth. This is a sneaking mission.
All right. So you're making your way out. Of the building, right.
Yes, yes. Out the building, stealthily,
So-
sneakily.
As you go to push the door open, you run into a familiar pair. They were actually listening at the door. So when the door opens, like you just kind of push them over and they fall backwards in a big pile.
I think with a 21 and a 17 stealth, we might be able to just get around them before they notice. Quick, close the door behind us.
Alright.
Are you trying to avoid them?
Yes.
E.
Yeah, they are completely oblivious to what just knocked them over. But as you make your way around, using the distraction of them falling over, Ted and Lauren Moraine, had to check their names again, make sure I got that right. It's been a while since we've seen them. They immediately roll up onto their feet, stumble. In Ted's case, he's a little out of shape, and immediately Lauren begins waving her hands about and says, "Did you see it? Did you see it, Ted? The spirits, they bowled right through us. This place is possessed, I'm telling you. They know, Ted. They know."
I want to reach over and flick the bell that's above the door.
Why does everybody have bells now?
But you did close the door behind you, right?
Yes.
You said that.
Yeah.
So they immediately go back to pressing their ears up against the door. And as you're making your way, the two of you overhear Lauren mention, kind of under her breath, something in the basement knows.
As we make our way across to the opposite building, Jimmy says, "I feel very surveilled today. I don't like it."
That's what happens when you have your conversations within listening distance of people outside.
This damn city, you can't get away from it.
Just have all your sensitive conversations within the center of the building. Easy peasy.
That one, though, was up on the second floor. In the living room.
What even are those idiots?
Talking about the Warranes or the Modrons?
Yes.
Trouble, but hopefully a little less dangerous than the kind of trouble we show up with.
You guys are always in trouble.
Church, we would like to break and enter the building opposite us.
Alright.
Alternatively, climb up the outside of it if there's an easy way to do that.
Climbing wouldn't be terribly difficult by the look of it. Actually, I think the house has been abandoned for some time.
Oh, then either or.
As far as you know.
Yeah.
Nothing-
If there's ready and easy scaffolding, Jimmy will gravitate to that. But if not, and it's abandoned, we'll just go through.
Okay. You could go either way. I'll let you make a choice. There is going to be a roll to climb, obviously, but... Wow. By the way, you who I'm saying wow to will know who I'm saying wow to, but wow.
Oh, gee, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so, Master always likes to practice their lockpicking. Master, you want to take this one?
Sure. What is this? Sleight of hand?
Thieves' tools.
Okay. Well, guess you didn't add that to their character sheet.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Did not have it on there?
D20 plus your proficiency plus... Gets Dex modifier?
You should already maybe on there.
Plus 9 to that, then. Wow.
Oh no, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. We can fix that
Probably
later.
on the D&D Beyond one, because that has all of my inventory on it properly. I'll just do the dice roller. That's an 11. Gotta do it.
Ouch.
Tough door. It's old, but it's tough. Maybe you should try.
Yeah, that actually didn't do it.
Alright, let's see if 2... What level are we? Are we level 10 yet? Can 2 level 10 rogues get through an easy challenge rating door?
I know.
Yes.
I roll my eyes.
Jimmy never leaves eye contact with the master, just kind of reaches over one-handed, goes, snicked.
Master
Can he
left
see
the
me?
picks in the lock.
Can he see me with a 21 stealth?
I mean,
Roll
we're
perception?
sneaking together.
I assume so, because you're
We've been
working in
chatting. I
tandem.
know where you are.
Alright.
I mean, you're not invisible, you're stealth.
Yes.
Alright. Maintain the eye contact then, by all means.
There we go.
I raise a single eyebrow. Alright.
Yeah.
So you are a rogue after all.
It's been a while. I didn't even know that was going to work.
It was smooth.
I'm glad. I'm glad. That means something to me. All right. In we go.
Alright, so you enter the building.
Mm-hmm.
Inside is a large, open, single room with a stairwell that goes up to the next level. Thick layer of dust across the floor with a trail of very small footprints going from the door you just came through to the stairs and back again. They've beat a trail
Okay.
through the
Pull
dust.
the door closed,
Okay.
as one does.
It's pitch dark inside. The windows are actually boarded up, so...
Oh. It's a minor issue. I have a dimmable lantern that will help with this.
Alright, just pulling out the bullseye.
It's not the bullseye, it's the hooded. The
I look into the
bullseye
room.
That
is a little
focuses.
harder to obscure.
Yeah.
I
You're
look
right.
into the room and then cringe as he lights the lantern like, maybe I should be behind you.
That works.
So yeah,
That works.
I lower the hood on it, which it now only casts dim light in a 5-foot radius, but is much harder to spot.
Sometimes I wonder why I even have dark vision.
Either everybody's got it, or it's like nobody's got it.
Yeah, you've been running with humans your entire career, so. Alright,
Or
so,
mostly humans.
yeah. Well, Jimmy, he's kind of human,
Kinda human. Human enough that I cannot see in the dark.
humanish.
To say nothing of Nil.
Yeah. Well, she's newer, or they are newer. Excuse
They.
me. Excuse me. They are newer.
Hey, but you did it though.
Yeah.
You did it.
They are newer to the group, so the non-Karenanite.
I don't know exactly if humanity has been established for Nil. That's not the sort of form like you fill out for employment at Stapleton Investigative Services.
True. We don't like to assume your celestial race.
Did you want to talk about that, Jimmy?
No, I couldn't care less.
Love it.
Kasey.
Yeah. Casey's obviously human.
That's clearly, come on. Right,
So-
up we go.
All right. Up you go. Interesting. Up you go.
We have stealth rolls, but that's going to be a tricky one. Perfect Modron awareness.
Give me 2 more stealth rolls as you reach the 2nd floor landing.
Sure. Master, if you would, please go first.
Set the precedent.
Alright. So 22.
All right, here we go.
Hey.
Wow.
That's nice.
Wow.
Good lord.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Like I said, if it's not combat, they roll high.
Numbers. We generate them around these parts.
Very much so. So, you make it to the 2nd floor landing. As you come up onto the landing itself, there's a small half wall dividing. As you peek over it, you see a small collection of very small looking clockwork automatons meandering around the floor of this room. They range from a couple inches high to 1.5 feet, 2 feet maybe at the most.
In hand talk to Master. The hell's up with them?
Why do you think I know?
Fair point. Church, are they moving with purpose in any way? Are they doing a patrol, covering the ground, or are they just kind of doddering around?
Are you peeking over the ledge to actually watch long enough to see?
Oh yeah. I'll make a quick surveil.
All right. So Jimmy peeks over the ledge, watching closely. They seem to be reenacting some sort of dinner party. They actually have little pieces of wood, maybe leftover bits of a crate, and they all seem to be going through the motions of some sort of it looks like a dinner party, though they're not actually eating and drinking. Obviously, it's all pantomime.
Do they seem distracted by this activity?
Well, they're not noticing you.
Well, are they immediately on the path that we need to cross to continue upstairs?
Yes, they are.
Observing the rest of the room, is there any way to route around them?
You could route around them. There's a very good chance they might see you. There's nothing to hide behind. It's an open room.
Yeah.
But at least it explains the path beaten through the dust downstairs.
Yes. Well, it's an open room, but as you've said, the building is pitch black inside.
Yes.
So all I would really need to do is fully douse the lantern
And work through the dark.
and work through the dark. I communicate this plan to Master to get an opinion.
Okay, are you leading or am I? Because I can see it, you can't.
Oh no, you lead.
Alright.
Here, I'll hold your cloak or something.
Okay, but not on the hood because the hood's up.
Of course, of course. Please, we've been in the business so long. I know not to touch the hood.
Don't touch the hood.
Alright, so this is the plan, Church. I'm going to douse my hooded lantern with a grip upon the hem of Master's cloak. We're going to work through the dark.
This is amazing. Alright, so we're going to do another stealth roll for each of you.
Okay, okay. Well. Alright. This is not gonna raise my blood pressure at all. Completely fine. Fine. It's totally fine. Fine. 21.
Dang. Can you guys maybe roll under a 20 just once?
I refuse, and I have a luck point.
Just once.
Nah.
Alright, so Jimmy, you are working through the dark,
Yes.
holding onto a cloak. So I am going to ask that you make a dex save.
That is a fair ask. I believe... Let me check something. Okay, no. So I was checking if evasion gave me special advantages on any dex saving throw. No, it's very specifically damage effects.
Yeah.
Alright, so I will make you a dex save.
Alright. Which, of course, is one of your best stats, I'm sure. So.
Roguishness. There you are, sir.
Still not rolling under a 20.
I refuse.
Okay, so you managed to creep through the room. Where are we going?
Hopefully, during my surveillance of the room, I asked you, are they immediately on the path we need to cross to get upstairs? And you said yes, so hopefully I can see the path to upstairs.
There is no direct path to the roof.
Well, we're aiming as close. Is the second floor the highest floor of the building?
Yeah, aside from the actual roof.
That would have been helpful to know.
But
Well-
now you're in the room.
We are in the room. I surveilled the room while it was still possible to surveil the room, and Master has perfect vision.
Yes.
How about telling us what's in the room?
Yes, Master. Would you like to see what's in the room?
Yes.
What do your elf eyes see?
Whatever you say. Because you're the boss.
Well, obviously you have the dinner party going on. It looks quite lively. Fun, even. There are 2 boarded up windows facing out to the street, the direction of the detective agency. Beyond that, there's not a lot in here. What are you looking for?
So we came up from the first floor and we're looking at the second floor. We're trying to find a way to get to the top of the building, right?
Yeah, trying to get up to the roof. Stealthily.
There's no direct path? Is there any path at all?
Is there a chimney?
There's nothing that you can see, at least in the open. I love putting that out there. There might be something.
What's the might be?
Well, I mean, there could be all manner of things up here. It could be a portal to another realm, for all you know. It's Sigil.
Ah, Sigil, come on. Come on.
The city of doors.
I turned to Jimmy. Maybe we should go back downstairs.
Are you saying this?
I'm hand signing it.
In the dark?
I can't see in the dark.
Yeah.
You've got the lead, Master. You have full control.
I look at him. I look at his face. I tap him on the chest, and I turn his head towards where we went.
I can't see that either.
This is beautiful. I love it.
My sense of direction is probably sufficient to know, but you are literally leading. And the plan being what it is, Jimmy is not about to start stepping off on his own. If you want to walk back there, just walk back there.
I tap him on the chest one more time, and then I just start walking over to where we were before.
Okay. Do we survive our trip, Church?
We're going to do one more roll.
Ah, such fun. Would you like a stealth?
Yes, please.
You first this time.
There you go.
Oh my god, it's under 20.
It's under 20, if
Oh my
only
God.
just.
It's under 20, ladies and gentlemen. Mark this on your calendars.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
20.
And a 20. I hate you all so much.
We can out-stealth your average bear.
You can. You can. So,
I have a plus 13 to stealth with advantage. Did you really think?
look, I know you're cheating. It's okay. I'm not going to call you out on it right now.
Appreciate you.
So you guys
You
make it.
sent a halfling with an acid scroll at us. We're allowed to roll some high numbers.
Oh my god.
What a time that was.
You're killing me. Killing me. So you guys make it back down the stairs quietly. Back to the door, which is already picked and unlocked, so you can get back out, no problem. You're back out in front of the building. What a weird time that was. Where do we go from here? The Warranes are still across the street, by the way.
Yes, that's just how they are, though. We need to get up to the roof. If there was no path upwards inside, then we're climbing.
Okay. Are you paying any attention to the Warranes, or just going about your business?
Oh, you know, you look at them when you come back out.
Lauren has her entire body plastered against your front door, like arms just spread out, head turned to the side, face pressed up against it, and she is apparently speaking in tongues or something. You're not really sure. It sounds like gibberish, but Ted is behind her on his knees with his hands up straight and just in exultation. You're not really sure what they're doing.
I remember this moment to gross Nell out later.
They might be trying to exorcise the building.
That's not going to work.
That might be the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I'm going to pay somebody to wash that door. Then we go into the alley and
Several
start making our
times.
way up.
The halfling was pretty, like, really. Can we just take a moment for that poor halfling?
We did not send him to his fate, Church.
I mean, he was old.
We did not send him to this fate. And what was he even doing with an acid scroll, honestly?
I'm trying to deliver it to you.
See? Well, we got it. But,
Well?
yeah, some dexterity checks, some acrobatics, perhaps. What can I do you for, Church? We need this rooftop.
You want to climb it?
Yeah, if it's getting us up there.
All right.
I believe we have various pieces of equipment that might be assistive here.
That was
Yeah,
good.
I've still got some pitons, some climbing rope. If it proves like truly challenging, we can deploy those.
No, you can get back up. Just a basic, we'll say athletics.
Sure.
Strength. Why does it have to be strength? It have to be strength. It has to be strength. That's a 9.
Now we're getting it. Yeah.
If Master struggles quite powerfully, I can secure a rope and drop it back down.
So,
Hell, assuming I get up there.
Master, make me a acrobatics check, please.
Even worse. Okay, alright, here we go.
There's no way your acrobatics is worse. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I love
The
it.
dice have arrived just in time to prove me wrong.
So Jimmy starts scaling up first, and it's clumsy. He's out of practice. You can tell. You know, he's kind of boards are creaking. He's slipping, but he's making his way. Master, on the other hand, gets up about 10 feet, kind of looks up at Jimmy, and you see Master just kind of awkwardly leaning backwards, and it just doesn't look right. And then suddenly you realize, oh no, Master's fallen. And Master goes back
How tall is this building?
about 25, 30 feet.
I'm just gonna misty step to the top then. I'm done with this.
Well, hang on. You hit the ground still.
Oof.
You took a point of damage. Oh. Sorry, I have viewers sending me clip quotes that are just amazing. If Master struggles quite powerfully, I can get a rope and get it back down. Jimmy, 2021. Awesome.
Too powerful a struggle here. I was anticipating some smaller amount.
It's amazing. I love it. I love it that you guys finally failed a roll. So the Master hits the ground. There's a slight that comes out. Master, give me a stealth roll without advantage to see if the Warriors see you.
Jeez. 22.
22.
Jeez.
You managed to keep it together.
Rolls again.
You managed to keep it together long enough for them not to notice as they're still attempting to exorcise your door. So Master
Too
gets back.
into what they're doing.
Yeah, they're very, very into it. You know, Ted is on his knees in front of Lauren's derriere as she's pressed up against the door.
Bryn's just enjoying the show as she's watching Ted worship his wife's ass.
It just be that way.
You know,
I wasn't sure that the wording was intentional, but now
This-
I am.
this is, you guys are witnessing pure love, unadulterated, right there in front of you.
This is gross. This is gross.
This is something that should be appreciated.
No thanks. Nah.
All
Don't really
things
feel like
told,
it.
they
Nah.
cause me no end of trouble, but they seem to have a healthy relationship.
Eyes on the prize, not on whatever that is.
His eyes are on the prize, but we're talking about you guys.
Yes. Do I
Worst-
reach
Worse
the
than
rooftop?
Wednesdays, this game, I tell you.
Yeah. So Jimmy makes his way up to the roof. No problem. Master Misty Steps, finally getting tired of the struggle.
Forgets is an elf. Has been palling around with human for too long.
Oh yeah, I can do this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're up. We're on the roof.
All right, you're on the roof. We're gonna do
Modron's still on the roof.
one more stealth check to see if they saw you get up there.
Okay.
Dang, my rolls are just doo-doo tonight. 25. 31.
31.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can retire. We just had a 31 rolled. And that was not a nat 20, by the way.
Nope.
That was not a natural 20. All right, so
18.
yes, that was amazing. Thank you. I'm going to retire now. So you're on top of the roof. They don't notice you. What do you want to do with it?
The plan was to signal across to Draken looking out the window with the flash of the steel mirror that Jimmy carries for such occasions.
All right.
We will be on hand to abduct whichever Modron he hits, and if what he wants to do fails, we're just going to grab one and rough it up a little bit.
Okay. Amazing. I love it
Simple,
when you guys abuse these poor
effective
creatures.
plans.
If there's two up there, I look at whichever one Jimmy's looking at and aim for the other one.
Yeah, we're not trying to kill him. We're expecting one of them to turn into a sloth, and then we're just going to grab the sloth.
You're expecting one to turn into a slod?
No. That one,
Slug.
unfortunately, has
Snail.
passed away.
Snail? Perhaps?
So, the signal is given to Draken. We're in position.
All right. You give the signal.
And I am going to use 2 points to cast a fast polymorph on one of them,
Okay.
which just affects a creature.
The
And
blinded
they
one
need to make
or the other?
I didn't pick, so highs or lows.
High.
All right, it's low.
All right. So you got the non-blinded one.
That is a DC 17. Just staring at this. Why don't I see what save it needs to be?
It says DC 17 at the bottom.
I know, I'm just trying to figure out what type. Wisdom, thank you.
Oh, I was gonna say yeah.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. A DC 17 wisdom save.
All right. Here we go.
Are Modrons wise? I forget.
Unless they're excessively wise, not wise enough.
Yeah.
What are you turning the old boy into?
A sloth. SLOTH.
A sloth.
Yes.
Fascinating. You're so cruel.
A small
to these...
creature. Well, not small, but a slow-moving creature.
Very slow. I mean, it's a sloth. Let's be honest. It's very, very slow. All right, so... Okay. He fails his save. Morphs
Are we gonna try to grapple the other one, Jimmy?
quickly into a...
No, we're taking the sloth.
Alright.
Oh, we're taking
We're
the
leaving
sloth.
this one here?
This is even better.
We leaving this one here.
Well, the other one I expect will fly away now.
But it can't see.
Church was in the middle of describing, so you know, let's wait and see.
Yeah, tell us things, Drew.
I was just saying the one that he hit with the spell, it kind of starts to twitch and shake, and its body quivers and begins to morph and change. Fur sprouts. These big claws come out of its digits as it shrinks, rather flabbergasted, into the form of a large sloth. Its companion looks over at it as this happens, and in a weirdly unflappable way that these things do, watches this happen. And are you doing anything quickly?
The goal was to quickly abduct the sloth.
The sloth.
Yes, the one that is not an enormous metal cube that weighs hundreds of pounds.
Who is doing the abducting?
That's why I was checking to see if we should take this one too, so I can act quickly on this and grab it if we needed to, but I don't know.
Together is
Right.
what I was thinking.
So both of you together?
Yes.
All right, let's get an initiative roll, please.
Sure.
Alrighty. Oh, I'm not gonna beat that, I don't think. 21. Didn't beat it.
9.
All right. So, Master, if you want to go at the same time as Jimmy, you'll have to go on 9.
Might be better to just go for it.
Yeah, I'll just grab him. Yoink.
I'll be there to assist soon enough.
Okay, Brent. So, Master pounces like a panther, deft and agile, quick as the night and deadly as ever, upon the sloth.
Here we go.
The sloth is surprisingly large and has a substantial amount of strength. It's just not very fast. So, roll to hit, please.
Did you make it a giant sloth or a regular sloth?
Regular, because it also
Regular.
needs to be. Yeah.
Portable.
My strategy with this is to grab it and then stand up and pretend to be a tree. Since they really love to hang on to trees.
Pretend to be a tree. You got another polymorph handy? We could make this happen.
Oh.
Well,
I mean, the cloak
Almost
of
is only
Elvenkind
proof-
looks very leafy.
Yeah.
I can
This is
only
true.
turn them into animals. On the other hand, the sloth actually does now have the intelligence of a sloth. It actually gains the mental stats of one as well. It might
Okay.
work.
That's fair. That's fair.
To hit. Which I'm gonna assume is just like
Are you doing a grapple check? Is this grapple check in time?
I. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was told to roll to hit, right? So
Yes.
that's just 20 plus proficiency, or is it just dex?
But it's not a finesse. This would be strength.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
The grapple to hit is just an athletics check.
That's a 10.
10 to hit.
I
Yeah.
found the stats for a sloth, so
Oh.
I am posting them for you.
Oh, okay. I was actually just saying, I actually just pulled them up myself, so that works.
Did you? Okay.
Okay.
No harm, though. No harm.
Okay.
I
think I
did
failed.
not expect that to actually work. Not gonna lie.
You missed.
Yeah.
Before we go on though, because if that was a grapple check,
Mhm.
your athletics I think is higher than your base strength. You might have more points on that.
Yeah, I have 5 on athletics, but 1 on strength.
So
That
you
would
would
be
get
14.
4 bonus on that.
Yeah, you're doing
14.
an athletics check. That's right.
So
Now,
that should be it.
That'll be enough to tag him.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, tell me how you're doing this. Are you launching at him and grabbing him, or what? What are you doing?
Since we were stealthing, I'm probably coming at it from a crouch. I pounce the small creature, scoop it up like a like a parent mother gorilla scooping up its baby with just like the one arm to scoop, and then I stand up straight, and then I put the sloth's leg around my hip and let it hang on me like it's hanging on a tree.
All right. Wow. Okay. Only in D&D, guys. Only in D&D. All right, so you scoop the sloth up. As you do this, the other Modron is, of course, very aware of you now. Hang on, where is this? These are quadrones. Gotta make sure I got the right one here. Do. All right.
My turn's over then?
Oh no, I'm looking at something here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't need to put me in initiative, but I am concentrating
You're fine.
and maintaining. Yeah.
You're fine. So the Modron looks up at you, holding its companion now turned into a sloth. And immediately stands up, pulling out two longbows with its forearms. And
No.
Do I get to act or move
Well, no,
before I end my turn?
you've done your turn.
I don't get any movement at all.
Well, no, you just scooped him
pouncing was
up.
the move.
You scooped him up.
So pouncing was and like attacking was the move.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't say you did anything else.
No, I'm just asking because I didn't end my turn. Because I would step off the edge of this roof if I'm done. If I'm still in action.
You're gonna step off the roof.
Yeah, it's just 30 feet. It's fine.
You want to step off the roof?
With the sloth, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Remember that Misty Step cannot take things besides you.
No.
Misty Step can only move you.
Can I just stay where I'm standing and shift so that the sloth is between me and whatever this thing is?
The other Modron.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Don't
fine.
worry, we got this.
Just trying to get some cover here. I don't know. And that's my turn.
All right.
Shrug.
So he's still gonna take his shots at you.
Alright.
Don't worry. Don't worry. So scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a little Modron.
It's just a little Modron. They're only, what, 6 foot tall?
It's not scary at all.
What's your AC?
Does it,
16.
16?
that better be double disadvantage.
No, it just shot 4 times. 16, you said?
Mhm.
Okay.
You said it. Ah.
It has the ability to fire very rapidly.
This is very impressive. However, that is a ranged attack against an assailant that is inside of melee range.
Hmm. With half cover as well.
Mhm.
Which means only one of these is going to actually hit you. But that's just because it's a nat 20.
Did any of it hit the sloth?
Yeah. 4, 5, so 10 damage. Master. 2 of the arrows hit the sloth. my stat sheet.
Come on, man, don't kill the sloth. We had such a plan.
I didn't kill the sloth.
How much damage does
No.
the sloth take?
8.
How many for some reason Google Chrome just crashed. How many hit points does the sloth have again?
5.
Not 8.
All right. Then the sloth reverts, taking 3 points of damage. And you are now holding the other Modron.
Yes, you are. It's amazing. Just to point out once more that a Modron stands about 6 foot tall.
And weighs all. Weighs
Now-
many.
I put him down.
You said this is the blind one, right?
Blinded.
Non-blinded.
Blinded. I
Yeah,
should
but
not blind. One was blinded.
But the sloth was the non-blinded one, is the one he hit.
No, but the one who just shot all the arrows was blinded.
Yes. Just temporarily.
That it?
It wasn't like
Okay.
an effect. It was temporarily distracted, let's say.
Oh, okay. I thought it actually had the. I'm like, oh, it's blind.
No. Nobody actually tried to blind the thing. So, Master's holding a Modron.
I'm putting it down.
You
I'm
drop
not gonna
it.
break my arms with this. It's
Okay.
fine. Whatever.
So you drop the Modron. The other one's standing there. Go ahead, Bryn.
All right. From the ground, Bryn is going to cast Bigby's hand and grapple the one that just popped.
The one that fired or the other one that got?
Probably. Probably the one that fired.
Alright. And you're using... what, grasping?
Grasping hand, yeah.
Okay. It is a medium target.
Yes, so it has advantage.
So, yeah. Go ahead and make your roll. So what is this? Strength score?
Yeah, it's a +8. It gets +8 on that.
Okay, yeah. You want me to roll or you want to? Figure it's your hand, I'd let you.
I got it. Yeah, I'm typing it out.
Okay, good. Ooh,
18.
18. So this giant spectral hand comes up from ground level and grabs the Motrin. Okay. So I get an oppose right off with this, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope. You got him.
One Modron, please.
You got him.
That Modron is grappled.
He is grappled. Alright. Well, that'll bring us, I believe, back around.
I did not go.
Oh, sorry, Jimmy. Go ahead then. My bad.
At this stage, I struggle to know what to do. So the Modron that has drawn its many longbows is currently grappled by a Bigby's hand.
Correct. The other one is
And-
actually on its side on the ground.
That's probably exactly where I want that one. How does grapple interact with prone? Do you get advantage on it? It's a melee attack, technically.
I would still count it as a prone target bonus.
Okay, I would like to attempt to grapple the prone Modron.
Alright, go ahead. Suspense.
Cut the slash off of that. There we go. It's only a 10.
Trying to grapple.
Yes. That I managed to land so many of them in the sewers was pure luck.
Alright. Yeah, he manages to push you off.
I grab him, but it doesn't matter because he outweighs me by like 300 pounds.
He's a giant cube with 4 arms and 2 legs and little tiny wings. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's a little awkward.
This is fair. You know, this is fair. I'm going to not be in melee range of it when it stands up, and that will end my turn.
Okay. So that brings us back around to Master. What do you got? Unless Draken.
I would, but I feel that I should go at the same time as the other Modron, because that's when my concentration broke.
Okay.
So I think that would let Master go before me.
That's fine. Alright, Master. What do you got?
I guess I could attempt another grapple, since that appears to be what we're doing.
The one that dropped?
The one that is prone on its side.
Whoa, my goodness.
Right?
Alright, yeah, go
You
ahead.
Good?
No, you're good.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can try to. Of course you can. Make your roll, please.
Okay. That's a 20
Hey.
and a 17, so...
What's the second one for?
Advantage.
Is it not
Oh,
advantage?
sorry.
Still
Because it's prone?
Sorry. Yeah. Alright. You manage. You got him.
I use my movement to look over at Jimmy and ask him, now what?
Well, hell, they would have been a lot easier to move if it was still a sloth.
Am I gonna have to carry this thing?
I don't
Come
think we
on.
can carry that thing.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
The one in the giant hand might be a better bet for moving.
Might be.
So I just let this one go then?
That is keeping it from killing us.
Well... I look down at the corner of the Modron's eye and shrug.
If you're
guess I'm
prone
just
and you're
on
grappled,
you
you
now.
can't stand up.
I guess I'm just
pro
on you
tip.
now.
This is
I guess
just
I'm just on you now, it's fine.
it's just a huge mess, this whole thing, right, so far.
Oh yeah, I love it.
So,
Almost like we didn't have a plan, but that's my turn.
alright. So, the one Modron is grappled. The other Modron is grappled. We'll give them their opposed checks. No. And no. Alright. So, dice do not like me tonight. So, where do we go from here?
Well, I do believe the ghost has control of one Modron.
And then there's Draken's turn that was going to go at the same time as the second one.
Mm.
But I don't know if he wants to or not.
I'm gonna hold my turn unless one of them breaks free. If one of them breaks free, then I'll take an action, but as long as they're both grappled.
Yeah, I will take the one in the hand and begin to lower it to the ground.
Okay. So you're bringing the one down. You'll have no problem with that.
Yeah.
What about
She's
Sorry, go ahead.
drawing her hood up.
What about the two of you on the roof? What are you gonna do with this other one?
Master's got it down. I'll crouch by it and say, don't like being looked at much. No, the vast majority of them can speak. Do I get a response?
His googly eyes kind of swivel towards you. And he looks at you curiously. And says, my visual acuity is not in question.
This is going to be a fun interrogation, isn't it?
Well,
Very dejected.
I should point out that, Master, he's staring at you with the eyes in the back of his head right now, too, so...
Can I get some of these on payroll? That's such a good trick.
Yeah, you did just sneak up on things that have all-around vision, so be proud.
And have
we
what?
are strong.
They have eyes on every side of their head.
Ooh.
All right. My question, I guess, Jimmy doesn't know where this hand came from. He looks across to the opposite window to see if Draken's controlling it.
I just pictured Draken kind of smiling and waving at you.
I point at the one with the hand, and then I point at him.
I didn't do that! As he yells across the whole entire street. I didn't do that!
Jimmy looks down at the street.
The ghost looks up at you and with her free hand gives a little wave.
Jimmy waves
A very
back.
elegant wave.
Jimmy's wave is not elegant. Jimmy's wave is the kind of disconcerted one that's just the hand jiggling back and forth a little bit. Can you... He's gesturing back and forth between the two buildings.
She nods, but like makes a motion with her other hand to open the window.
Alright. We're going once more over to Draken. Draken, I'm making a window opening gesture at you, just like the hands. They're probably not. It's not a sash window, I bet. It's just like, I'm looking at you. The window's open. These aren't glass windows. We're in the hive.
It was open. And I'm
And
leaning
that
out.
window in particular has
I'm
been
leaning out
shot
the window,
several
and I'm
times.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, then Bryn's
you
going
can talk
to.
to me. It's okay. I can hear you.
I'm a rogue. It feels awkward.
Then Bryn is going to take the one in the hand and pass it through the window.
Okay. So, to save from further hijinks and shenanigans,
Yes.
we're going to pass him through the window. I'll say that there's enough of you up there to receive him. Pohan included.
All right. As soon as like they have a grasp on the Modron, I'm going to drop Bigby's hand because it only lasts like a minute. So.
Okay.
Yes, we would like to secure the other Modron. We have to do something about this one.
That is still the question. What do we do with the other one?
Kneel down and say, hey, if we let you go, are you going to try and kill us?
He looks up at you with his googly eyes again and says, you attacked this one.
That's true. That's true. But that didn't answer my question.
I have not provoked you?
Master, I'm gonna take the fast way down, he says, pulling his grappling hook and rope out of his pack. When I start sliding, you just let go and do your thing across.
Sure.
Church, this is the plan.
So you're just gonna leave him, basically, or?
I guess.
We don't really have the facilities to capture and interrogate 2 Modrons. Even
Alright.
one is in violation of our lease.
That works.
When Jimmy gets down to the ground level, I want Ghost to intercept him.
Okay. That won't be hard,
So-
all things considered.
Nah.
Yeah. So whenever like Jimmy walks up to the ghost, she's going to put her hand on his shoulder and ask, "Would you like to take the fast way inside?"
Well, I'm sure it's an experience.
As you're doing this, without any potential chance of failing,
Mhm.
you hear the clodhoppers of Ted Warrain, most likely his wife in tow, charging towards you excitedly.
Fast way, fast way. Jimmy's pulling his hat down over his face.
Using my charge of the Cape of the Mount Bank and taking Jimmy along with.
So you guys bamf inside.
Well, that'll give him something to scream about for a good while there.
Oh,
Keep him
yeah.
in publication material.
Yeah, you can hear them clucking like hens outside. They are definitely very excited about what they've just seen.
It is a fun.
All right, so Jimmy and Bryn just poofed into the office on the second floor.
Bamf.
How about Master? Master is very important.
Yes, Master. How about Master? You gonna extend your cuddle time with the Modron, or?
I look at the Modron. I stand it back upright and stop grappling it. And I hand it 3 good berries. And then I walk away.
It looks at the good berries and looks at you and just kind of drops them on the ground.
I eat the remaining 7 and make my way down the roof.
You explode.
So much good
I eat
berries.
7 good berries and begin to inflate like Violet and Willy Wonka in a chocolate factory.
That's not how a good berry works.
No, that is how 7 of them work.
Poof.
No, you can eat the good berries. They give you.
Oh no,
HP back.
he's just messing with you, Master.
I am.
He's
Look,
just
I don't know. I don't know if we even had a plan when we came up here, but I'm getting out of here. I'm
Yes,
going
that
back
was the
across
plan.
street. That's
That
the
was
point.
the plan.
Are you
That's the
going? What? Are you climbing down? You?
I'm going to climb as well as I can back down.
Give me an athletics check.
You got a Misty stab.
I'm not doing this again.
Not doing the Misty Step again.
No, and I fail. So I fall down the roof.
Yes, you fall down the roof.
All right, how much damage do I take?
Let's see. 9. You hit pretty hard. Oof. Landing on the street below.
I get back up. I walk to the door. I go to the door. I open it. I close it behind me. Walk upstairs.
Well, first off, not only is the Modron staring down at you from the roof above quizzically, as you hit the ground, Ted and Lauren see you and immediately
Alright.
start charging for you, excitedly just chittering away about the strange woman who disappeared with Jimmy.
I don't care.
But,
Ted forgot all about his white whale and like all the hubbub about the doll.
oh yeah, well, not entirely, but... Did you see that? She just poof, and they were gone. Where's Jimmy? We should
I
find
don't
Jimmy.
care.
No,
I
but it's
I
it's
don't
but
care.
It's
don't care.
so important. Like,
I don't
this
care.
could be the book that
I just
does
keep
it
walking
for us.
towards the door,
But wait,
slam it in their
you-
faces. I don't care. I don't care. I
Hey, hello,
don't. And slam.
hello,
Nah.
hey, are you, hey. Those poor Warranes. All right, so you're back inside.
Perfect.
Master's so grumpy.
Flawless.
I don't care. Alright. So we're all back together again, I assume.
Yes. And Draken is back. May I recommend 10:52 has arrived, local time. Shall we take our break?
Yes. We can do the union mandated break, that's fine.
Flawless, flawless. Shall return.
We will be right back after this message from our sponsors. Please stay tuned. we are. Welcome back. Once again. We were just actually going over two of my favorite NPCs here, off screen. The Warranes. Can we get a picture of them up there for everybody again? Just there we go. Oh, it's beautiful. It's magic. I'll show it to you guys too, so you can watch them again. The Warranes, everybody. Sigil's most ignorant ghost hunters, demon hunters, whatever you want to call them.
But easily its happiest.
Yes. And not to mention, occasionally, right.
The most disturbing thing about them, easily.
But you have escaped them for now, and are back in the office with your captive.
Whom we need to secure.
How are you going to secure this four-armed cube with eyes on every side of its facets?
This is an excellent question.
Not to mention legs and wings.
Yes, legs and wings. The limbs, I feel, we can secure with hefty lengths of rope. But even that's kind of a tricky proposition. Tell you what, we have a few resources at our disposal.
Are you talking about this openly?
Sure. We'll bring it up with the party, you know? But yeah, we got plenty of rope. Got a few things left. Got some manacles, if I can get them to fit on them.
So, Pohan is sitting in the corner there, tongue lolling out. He's kind of chuckling to himself at you as you're kind of going over all these little options and trying to figure out how to do this.
What, you got a faster way?
Jimmy, I thought you'd met these things before, especially after all that work with Ulim.
Yeah, he was kind of ornery though. He wasn't really usual.
Well, have you tried just asking him not to run?
I'm so used to that not working. I guess it just slipped my mind.
I mean, if he says he's not going to run, he won't.
That's true. You know, Pohan, thank you so much for the suggestion. We'll try it your way. We're gonna see how it goes.
That's why I spend all your money on platinum.
Well, it is the money. You don't spend it. You just have it converted.
Well, I mean, yeah. No, that's fair. That's totally fair.
You're my bank account, basically.
I convert it later too, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah. All right. To our Modron, our large cubicle front.
Okay.
I would love to have a chat with you. Would you care to join us for a little bit and not flee out the window or cause us any undue trouble? Or flee generally.
Here, I'm going to show you a picture of Plim there so you can see him. Kind of what he looks like. I know Master Mist loves seeing this picture.
He's just such a fun guy.
He is. We miss you, Lim. He looks at you, all of you, at the same time. Says, I suppose I have no reason to run.
Okay. Sorry if your abduction was a little sudden. We're all on edge around here.
You're on the floor.
Metaphorically.
I don't
On
understand
edge.
this.
You're right.
Am I
We're all
right?
nervous because there have been many attempts on our lives in recent times.
Why is my right making you nervous? He holds up his right hand.
I'll attempt to restrict our conversation away from the finer feelings of fleshly creatures and more onto practical matters.
He's listening. Or it, I should say.
Mhm. Why are you surveilling our office?
Was I?
Well, you were sitting on the roof across from us, looking straight ahead, and we have good reason to believe that you have been there many times.
Well, yeah, we're there every day.
Are you looking at something very important besides us?
No.
Are you looking at us?
Yes.
Why?
Because there's nothing else to look at?
Is there something you're waiting to come along to look at?
No.
These guys are so much fun. Has somebody sent you to come look at us, or are you doing so just for fun, of your own volition?
Oh, no. There's the constructs that live in the house.
The constructs that live in that house across the street?
Yes.
They instructed you to watch us?
No.
You cut out just a little bit for me in the middle there, so I may have lost the thread. I believe I asked it if it was watching us of its own volition, then it said, no, there's the constructs that live in the house.
Yeah, that was it.
Alright, just had to check. I was starting to lose track.
No, it's all good.
What are the constructs in the house up to? They appeared to be reenacting a dinner party.
We're not sure. You could tell he's not going to offer you anything extra other than what you ask.
No, this is pretty clear. Jimmy's just always kind of stuck at these creatures. They answer flawlessly, but in a way that's completely unhelpful because he's used to liars and people who like the sound of their own voice.
This is fair. Certainly not a conversation with an angler or something of that nature.
Yes. The Mimirs are almost easier.
Don't fear the Mimir.
He's rubbing his forehead already. The pressure is setting in between his temples.
Can I go now?
No, I would prefer you did not.
You're keeping me from my duty
What is your duty?
to watch the constructs.
You can't really see the constructs from the roof now, can you?
I was on break.
Do you spend a lot of time on break?
Yes.
Just because that's such a weird statement, I would love to insight check. I don't know that it's capable of lying, but I think Jimmy would be trying
Yeah,
to
go.
think it was lying.
Go ahead, go ahead.
There.
He is telling the absolute truth.
Has never lied, wouldn't even think about it, doesn't know what one looks like.
Nope.
Bryn's just gonna pop up from the back. Why were you instructed to watch the constructs?
Because they were created by a rogue element and as such represent a danger to the natural order of all law and order within the universe. Should these be allowed to evolve further, they could gain complete sentience, create more of their own, and the next thing you know, we would be overrun by tiny clockwork constructs.
Which rogue element created the constructs?
The unit designated as Elim.
Bryn just rolls her eyes and says, figures a barmy box would.
Can I go now?
Just a few more questions. I know you have plenty of time. You know, you're on break that often. You can stop for a chat.
Break ends in 3 minutes, 22 seconds.
I'm sure we'll get you back in time. I will assume this, but have you been sent here from your plane directly by your usual channels of authority?
I do nothing independently.
Indeed, but that does not answer my question. Do you report to your usual authority on your home plane? Or
All
are you
authority
here?
stems from Prime.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Regarding some other operations here in Sigil, ran into a bunch of smaller units operating a newspaper. Know anything about that?
No.
Well, I'll take your word for it. It's not worth questioning them if you think they're even attempting anything. They're not. They don't have any attempts in. Have you observed any unusual behavior apart from, you know, possibly approaching sentience from the units in the house?
You are very unusual.
The units in the house that you are watching, rather than this house. These ones I keep a close eye on myself. Trust me, I know they're weird.
You are very unusual.
You don't have to tell me twice. The clockwork units constructed by the rogue element. Do they speak? Do they act upon the world? Or are you simply watching them because they are rogue?
Watching and assessing.
Who gave you the instructions to watch them?
All authority stems from Prime.
Who directly above you?
Prime is above all.
I did specify directly in your chain of command.
No.
Hit him with the no.
Can I go now?
Anybody else want to get one in?
How long have you been watching?
Two months, 3 days, 4 hours, 62.
Are there any other groups watching?
Groups?
Obviously, there were two of you. Or do you have shifts? I know you mentioned break. Do you ever leave the building?
No.
Is that his silence? Is he not responding, or?
No, you said no.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Sorry.
Are there other observation posts set up?
No.
How many of you were in the city?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
At last, something it cannot simply answer. Probably a shit ton of them, honestly.
Is there a large grouping of them in one location?
No. Unless you go to Mechanus.
Of course. But Mechanus isn't technically in the city.
It's attached to it.
This is Sigil. It's attached to everywhere.
Where is the portal to mechanic?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
Who is your direct supervisor?
What is the true purpose of the milkman?
All authority stems from Prime.
There we go.
Who do you answer to inside the city?
All authority stems from Prime.
But is Prime inside the city?
Prime is everywhere. In all things. In all creation.
Is
You know, your older brothers are much more talkative.
All authority stems from Prime.
Theirs stems from it a little closer, I feel like. That one that's got the authority over me gave me a little bit of a chill. Why are the inevitables in the city?
He actually looks a little taken aback at that question.
Then I will pursue it. I just need to break his cool.
Bryn's going to detect thoughts. This Modron to watch his train of thought.
Well. Okay.
Yeah, and unless she like goes deeper, then like it doesn't need a wisdom save or anything.
So just the surface thoughts.
Yeah, while Jimmy is asking these questions.
So you are absolutely shut out of his mind when you try. Like you can sense it's there, but it's like an impenetrable wall. You just can't get through.
Bryn's just going to sneer and cross her arms.
2 inches of metal other than lead.
Well, no, Modrons are immune to mind influencing effects entirely.
Oh, it was immune anyways.
Yeah.
I like to think it's just because they're a brain inside of a solid metal cube, so they're completely immune by virtue of being, you know, a lot of metal.
Oh, yeah.
If it was a rogue Modron, we wouldn't be having this problem. Yeah.
This is true. This is true. They're a little different.
Yes. But it was taken aback. Did it answer?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
Been undertaking some very unusual actions. Watching over corpses, tears in the fabric of reality. You know, they've been popping through to other planes. I bet you Mechanus is gonna turn up one of these days.
I have not been ordered to follow this line of thought by Prime.
You have not been ordered to, or you have been ordered not to?
I have not been ordered to.
Now, Church.
Yes.
I am not intimately familiar with the functions of Mechanus or its creatures. Jimmy, I suppose. I know slightly more than he, but we have to establish his level of familiarity here. It's suspicious to him that there is an intentional blanking of thought on this line, whereas the creature has, you know, freely answered yes, no, or not at liberty to discuss on the others. Seems to put it at a higher level of sensitivity. Would I be able to understand what this implies about Mechanus?
As far as the pecking order of Mechanus?
Regardless of the pecking order, I guess that is part of it, but more that you know, there is a pecking order, there is ability to influence the available thoughts of the creatures in its hierarchy. And something at a very high level might put a kind of moratorium on the things below it to prevent any information even existing, let alone getting out.
It's really, really detailed.
I know. I'm mostly asking how far along that line of thought can I get as Jimmy?
Give me a Arcana check. See how much you
Alright.
know about Mechanus to begin with. We're just going to establish that baseline. Not very much.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my luck point.
All right.
It's better.
Much better. So you do know that Mechanus is the plane of law and order.
Mhm.
You do know that it is basically like an infinite plane of gears and cogs, and that these creatures generally are subservient, basically maintenance personnel that keep these gears and cogs running smoothly. Everything about them is lawful stupid, like on every level. Not good, not bad, but just order, strict, and contentious even. They well, he's being pretty much exactly what he's expected to be. He knows what he is told to know. His duty is his only purpose, and beyond that, he is unaware of everything.
Okay.
So, lawful stupid.
As lawful stupid as it can get, but it is telling that this information is specifically not being routed anywhere out here. Suspicious to Jimmy at the very least.
No, you don't feel any reason to be suspicious.
Okay.
One thing about Modrons is they will do Modron things. Always. Predictably.
Continuously Modron.
Yes. As long as it's not a rogue, he will not deviate from that lawful stupid path.
He clicks his tongue and he says, I got nothing else for him.
Can I go now?
He looks side to side. Draken goes.
Ghost just shakes her head silently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
go
got
on.
nothing.
I go now.
You go now.
I go now. So he stands
Where
up
are you going?
across the street.
Back to the roof.
Okay, just making sure.
So he slides through the window, and his little wings start flapping, and he flies across the street.
I like to think he's the exact size and shape of the window opening.
Just fit perfectly through.
Scrapes a little.
Ren's just going to bury her face in her hands and just say, it wasn't a rogue box, so I can't get into the Basher's brain box. Ugh.
Yeah, the rogues are only a little more helpful. Less enlightening than I had hoped.
If only Ulim was still here.
If only Eden was still here.
I know
Now I'm sad that they weren't a surveillance unit.
Master
That would at
Miss.
least have been something.
Master Miss Mrs. Ulim, I know.
Ren technically still has a limb's mouthpieces in her bag.
This is true. So here you are, left back in the office.
Yes.
You can tell that Pohan is taking a great deal of amusement at all of this because he's Pohan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
Did,
He's large. Pohan now.
Look at Pohan. Pohan. Everybody loves Pohan.
Most powerful Pohan. I addressed the largest Pohan.
The largest
Let's
Pohan.
say. Oh man, I have a much easier time with like demons, devils. They're relatively talkable, you know, but everything out of Mechanus, I just have no luck.
Well, it's not my favorite place to go either, Jimmy. Let's be honest. I mean, it's kind of boring.
Pohan's a chaotic good cutter. Of course he doesn't like Mechanus.
It's terrible.
Kind of boring. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, hell, I was hoping for something useful.
But you got something useful, though, didn't you, Jimmy?
This bunch of tiny rogue Modron elements running around in the building across the street.
Oh, but Jimmy, you missed it.
One sec. The player is currently searching his own thoughts, trying to remember.
No, you're good.
Bryn's going to look over at Pohan and raise an eyebrow.
Well, I mean, you guys remember what Yulim was after, right? I mean, we're not gonna have to have the talk, are we?
Guys, I don't know what's going on. I might not have been here.
Alright, Elim was looking after us, but if he had an additional purpose, it's slipping my mind after more rum. So, Master Miss of the note-taking, please do assist us.
Yes, Master Miss. What was Yulim after?
Okay,
Master
so it
Miss? Test 1, 2, test 1, 2.
okay,
Which
so
one of me are you asking?
The player? The one in front of the microphone.
What was Yulim after?
Because I remember it was something, it's completely slipping my mind.
The answer that you receive depends on which character you inquire.
I am not asking the character, I am asking out of character.
So, Lim being infected with the slot egg meant that it sought to procreate, which is physically impossible for Modron to achieve. So he created several things, including massive amounts of magic, and as we have seen across the street, an entire colony of aberrations.
Yes. This I recall.
His goal was to reproduce, and it would seem, based on evidence that we have recently discovered, that in some case he was successful.
Yes. So, a creature unable, if you'll follow me, a creature unable to properly reproduce and create variances based on the organic principle of genetics will do instead something closer to cloning, right? So what you're witnessing across the street are the offspring of Yulim without genetic variance.
A bunch of tiny slod modrons.
Yes.
Wonderful. Possessing his memories and thoughts and motives? Jimmy doesn't know him quite that well.
Possibly.
I thought you were implying that he was on some crusade apart from his primary character motivation there, because I was thinking I had forgotten something else that was very critical.
Yeah, that's the line that my brain was going towards too.
Well, he was not, if you remember, he wasn't malicious, it turns out.
No. He was looking after Nil.
So, I mean, it turns out there wasn't anything nefarious going on. but he did.
You're cutting out there a little bit, Church.
Am I still cutting out? I was gonna say, it turns out there wasn't anything nefarious going on, but
You made it up too nefarious.
yeah. Hang on.
Make sure
There.
the stream can still hear you.
All right, there we go. So, it turns out there wasn't anything nefarious going on. He did still have the drive to procreate, but and I'm just throwing this out there to cut through any confusion. He did create as best he could and left them across the street from the agency.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this I picked up on. This was understood. I just didn't think they were going to be particularly helpful.
Well, they may not be.
All right, good to know. You threw me for a loop there. I thought I had lost something important.
It's just the rum. You're good.
It's just the rum. Good, good. All right. So, resuming in character, conversing with Pohan. What? You mean tiny limbs cross the street?
Tiny limbs.
They're only about yay high.
Yes, but
Having a dinner party, I guess. I'm not sure how much help they're going to be for this.
Elim knew something, didn't he, Jimmy?
He knew a couple things. Is that how they worked? Will they know?
Well, maybe. If they had a way to communicate it.
Well, looks across at Ghost. I gotta know somebody.
What is it you would like, Jimmy?
Out of this mess. But for that, we need information. When last we saw Elim, he was stuffed in a wall at a place that had been swarming with Modrons. We didn't get all the info we could have about that. That would help us track back up and see who had organized that. And it's looking a lot more like the forces of law and order around here are sowing our current chaos.
Imagine
That'd
that.
be nice to know.
Well, I will say, before we go exploring other avenues outside of the city, I did pick up something from the warehouse before we left it that day. And at this point, she's going to reach into her bag and pull out Elim's mouthpieces.
How about that?
What's that?
It's a part of a dead Modron. You know, that's kind of weird to carry that around, right?
Not if you want information out of it.
Fair.
Well, only thing worse than a speaking Modron is a quiet one. Let's go see what's up.
Well, so she is going to arrange Elim's mouthpieces on the desk at this point, and she's going to cast Speak with Dead on it. Let's attempt this.
God, how long has it been?
It definitely hasn't been 10 days, because the warehouse incident was only like 2 or 3 days ago in game time. It feels like ages because we've had so many sessions across so many weeks, but I think in game time it's definitely been like less than 10 days.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay. So, you're going to cast Speak with Dead on a Modron in Sigil. This should
Yeah.
still work, though. This should still work.
Something strange is gonna happen, but it'll be fun.
Somebody play the Ghostbusters theme music. Alright, so as long as it has a mouth, that's all it says.
Yep.
As long as it is a mouth.
So you have the mouth. The mouth of Elim.
Yep.
All right, so here we go. What is the number of questions that you get?
5.
5. All
Up
right.
to 5.
Does it say up to 5? Yeah, it does say up to 5. Okay.
All right.
You can ask it 5 questions, Jimmy.
The mouth begins to move, going nom 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 nom.
Well, that's not disconcerting in the slightest.
That's weird, and that's coming from me.
Well, yes, that
Riz
is
just
weird.
standing there with their arms crossed and smiling.
Dylan?
Yes.
Who had organized the Modrons into running that printing press and putting out that newspaper?
Prime.
Is Prime attempting to breach its way into Sigil?
No.
Why did Prime organize this?
To stop it.
Four out of 5. The pressure's on.
Well, I think that's 3, isn't it? Is it 3? I'm miscounting.
No, this
think
is
he's
4 out of
counting
5. The next one's 4 out
Okay,
of 5.
okay.
To stop what?
The Ascension.
Alright. If anybody wishes to confer with Jimmy to influence the final question, this is an excellent opportunity, just letting you know.
One question from Nell.
Addressed to whom?
To me, hopefully.
Addressed to Jimmy to be addressed to
Hello.
the Modron.
Okay.
If there is no other question that you would like to ask as the final question, since we probably already know what the ascension is.
Mhm.
Did you succeed?
Jimmy, we might want to ask him who was trying to ascend.
We already know that.
Yeah, we met him.
Did you succeed?
I met him too, but we don't know who is behind this. Remember.
What about if we ask him where would we go to stop it?
See? That's why we keep Draken around.
This is Sigil.
Yes, that is the one thing. I don't know how broad he might just say sigil.
We can just ask how.
Did it succeed?
Well, I think evidently not, as we still met the creature, and it seemed quite eager on the plan.
That's not what I'm asking, but okay, fine.
You're asking if it succeeded in stopping?
Yeah, if you mean something else, you gotta tell us.
No,
Because
I mean,
it did mention
I mean
that
to
the
ask
angle-
it. I mean to
That's-
ask it if it succeeded. I don't mean to ask what you guys are asking, because it could tell you any number of things. But if you think those questions are more important than what I'm asking, that's fine. I just thought since we didn't have anything else to ask, since we've gotten the answer. But, you know.
Well, not really. We didn't get the answer because we're trying to see who's at the bottom of it.
Okay.
Like, someone's working, like, the Elder Brain, supposedly.
Okay.
And he didn't succeed yet because the angler was in his way.
We could also
The answer
Last-
to the question would tell me
how
more about
long?
its mission. But okay.
what happens.
You broke up there.
Yeah, you got a powerful robot voice. I have a proposal for our most ambitious cliffhanger yet. Just to save the final question. for the next session.
If everyone's in agreement, I'm okay with
Of course I'm not.
it.
But this doesn't matter. Whatever, fine.
Well, you have an equal voice.
Yeah.
I definitely don't agree with that, but that's fine.
Well, did you want to ask something instead?
I definitely want to ask something, and I already stated what I would wish to ask, but since you guys have higher priorities than that, that's fine.
No, you need to. You can step
Ask
up and
it,
just
ask it in
it.
character. I think the problem is you keep saying did it succeed, and I have no idea what you're referring to when you say it.
Yeah, well, you said you specifically asked Jimmy too. You can step up and ask the mouth.
We are having communication difficulties. It would be quite pleasant if you could help clear them up.
Yeah, I want to definitely ask that, but I don't want to be the person that steps up and says, hey, this is going to be the last question we can ask this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Brent's going to have to cast Speak with Dead again for us to get communicated with the thing.
Yeah, we can go ask across the street
So-
as well.
And if no one here actually cares what the question is and the answer to it, then why bother asking?
I should point out that I do not allow multiple speak with deads on one corpse.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Stepping on toes, butting in, doing something spur of the moment is not a wise and intellectual action, which I would not do because I'm smart. So if you have other priorities that you think are higher than figuring out whether or not the Modron succeeded in its mission, whether the mission was procreating or stopping the ascension, by all means.
Well,
I definitely don't want a cliffhanger because I never want a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I just don't think that question will get us information that's pertinent to us, going down avenues, or it won't open up avenues to investigate this further.
So, let's.
All right.
Your question is if they succeeded. If it let's say it is, its mission was to stop the ascension. If it didn't succeed, it says no. So, where do we go from there? If it did
Yeah,
succeed,
we've
it
had
said
no more
yes,
questions
great.
to ask it.
Then we don't have to worry about it no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that's where we're looking at is, can we
50-50.
phrase something that will, in such a way where we can get your answer while also finding out more.
Yeah. This isn't I would rather ask that last question. Just simply because of the duration of the spell, and we need to ask it before the spell runs out.
Nothing is stopping you from asking it. Just saying.
Yeah. What would be a better question?
What Draken suggested. In my
Are we
opinion.
gonna ask that then?
Draken's more the impulsive type. He could just walk past and ask.
Draken's also not stupid.
Yeah. This is true.
Are we
And-
gonna ask it that question?
He also, he understands the drawbacks of magic. So,
Bryn's going to say in character, I do like the line of reasoning that Golden Boy is going with here.
aw, I like you too.
Well, let's make a
I'm sorry,
choice.
what is your name?
Bryn's just going to smirk and say, well, most people around here just call me the Ghost.
Okay, Ghost. I am Draken Flametongue. It's a pleasure to meet you. Let's ask her a question. Like I said, I think that's the question.
I gesture. You may ask.
Right. So, where should we go inside Sigil to stop the ascension? Now we do our cliffhanger.
Yeah. Sorry, Master Mims.
No, I'll give you an
Sure.
answer.
Okay.
Find the Jathaman dagger, and you'll find what you're seeking.
Jesus Christ. All right, now there's a cliffhanger from the master of the craft.
So yeah, we can definitely cliffhang right there. Find the Jathaman dagger.
Perfect.
So yeah. And that will do it. We will go ahead and we will call it there. It's been a much lighter evening than our last session.
Yes, it's been a wild ride nonetheless.
Yep.
But yeah, it's good to change it up and give you guys a little bit of silly every now and then. Tonight was good for that, even though it still moved some things around. I was actually glad that Yalim's offspring are finally recognized. They've been sitting over there for a while.
Just waiting on us.
Yeah.
Over 2 months.
Yeah. Well,
They've had supervision.
Lim was watching you guys for a long time.
They had plenty of time to assemble.
He was very interested in one of you in particular.
Poor Nil.
Poor Nil.
And now you have a whole entire group of them looking for Nil.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to want to go across the street, like, if we even pursue that line of inquiry.
They could always go and join the dinner party. It might be fun.
We're just gonna go up and start building along the roof, like, wooden barricades so they can't look out.
But yes. So we will continue in 2 weeks with this story. Next week we'll be returning for a very special episode of Cairn. Very special in the sense that we'll be starting the next chapter.
Hey.
We are officially out of Nether's Deep, finally, which was a wild ride. I say that from the outside, not being a player. It seemed like a wild ride. And then, of course, we've got, I believe, are we back to Conan?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we're back to Conan on Monday.
Conan Mondays, Yavin Fridays.
Yavin Friday. So yeah, busy week coming up. So you definitely don't want to miss any of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of insanity. But then that's us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, don't miss it. You never know when you're going to get more butt worship or perverted modrons.
It's often. It's more often than you think.
No, he's not lying. It is actually pretty often. But this is homebrew roleplay. And since, apparently we can't do porn on our OnlyFans anymore, we're going to have to figure something else out to generate our gamer cult revenue. So definitely stay tuned. We'll get back to you with that. Yes, it's all about the butt worship there, Vesper Nico. Thank you for recognizing. He's giving us the remix.
We just lost our...
Priorities,
They
indeed.
had a good beat,
That was pretty good. I'm gonna
Yeah.
sample that later and put a trap beat behind it,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna do an entire music video about butt worship. New intro music. Yeah. Now we're talking.
All right.
But yes, we will be back Monday. We'll be back Monday with some Conan. Don't want to miss that because my character is awful. He's the worst person in existence, and it's a lot of fun to watch what he does.
Wonderful.
But we will see you then. So, from me to you, good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.